Hey everyone, Kyle Olin with Fittest of the Coast here for another episode of the Coastal Wave. This week we will be talking with Phil and Tessa Palmer of Win Awesome Gear. Excited for that conversation and excited to share a little bit about what they've got going on. Couple announcements here. So February 1st, the division fields will be announced on our website, www.fittestofthecoast.com. You'll be able to see who is in your division. And we are excited. It is a deep field across the board. It's going to be some great battles from every spot, from 1 to 35 or 1 to 10. It's going to be exciting. Workouts will be released February 15th, starting on February 15th, and a new workout will be released every other week thereafter, leading up to Fittest of the Coast. If you actually check behind me right there, that is the whiteboard with all the workouts on it. If you're savvy, maybe you'll take a screenshot and try to zoom in and see what they are, but they'll be coming soon. We're excited. Some great tests this year, different skills from last year, so really looking forward to that. All right, so let's talk with Phil and Tessa Palmer. All right, we're here with Phil and Tessa Palmer with Win Awesome Gear. And Win Awesome Gear, if you haven't heard about it, is literally, in my opinion, one of the hottest new companies to come to the coast. They're an awesome company where they give away free stuff. And it's not just like, hey, here's a wrist strap. It's legit. They gave away $1,400 worth of equipment. They're giving away bumper plates. And it's all at a very reasonable cost to play. Like, I've played a couple of their games so far, $5 here, $10 here. But I don't want to explain it. Phil, Tessa, thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, man. Hey, appreciate you inviting us on. And we're very excited to be able to talk to you a little bit about WAG and how we fit in with the Fittest of the Coast.
Yeah. So let's just get right into it. Win Awesome Gear, WAG. I kind of explained it, but I didn't do it justice. Tell me what you guys got going on.
You want to take this or you want me to take this?
You can take it.
Okay. So really what we're trying to do, our giant goal is to make fitness accessible. We recognize that there is a high entry into fitness at the caliber of some of the athletes that are competing in the Fittest Coast. But the average person, if you're thinking about just in the CrossFit community, we're already talking about gear, $120 for a membership. And then if you want to go down that avenue, nutrition coaching, right? Or if you want a home gym, you're talking a couple $1,000s. That is not inclusive enough. And so for us, what we want to do is make fitness more accessible. We want to be able to have a low entry into having the equipment that allows you to be the best you, whatever that version is. So that's kind of our idea. We want to give back to the athletes, but we also want to give back to the community too.
That's awesome. And what I love about it is it's kind of like you've almost gamified it a little bit in a way as well, where like, hey, throw $5 in the pot, which isn't a lot of money. That's a protein bar and an energy drink type of deal. And you could win this. That's what's attracted me to it. And I think others have attracted. Tell me some of the things you guys have given away and some of the things you plan on giving away.
Yeah. So, I'll let Tessa take what we've given away, and then I'll talk a little bit about what the future is.
Yeah, so we our biggest one was we gave away $100, and the winner of that actually got a gift card to Rep Fitness, to deck out his home gym, and it was really great seeing the pictures, and he was so excited to get all that stuff, of course.
Yeah.
We've also done a Hypervolt massage gun. And as well as we did some Restore memberships. They do they're a wellness company here in Charleston. So they do like IVs, they do cryotherapy, really cool stuff that they've got there.
Yeah. And then a couple of other things, like we just had at the beginning of the year, we're not in this to make a significant amount of money. We realized we had a bit of profit at the beginning of the year. So what we did is we took that profit and did a series of 4 free giveaways. And really it was just like and tag us kind of giveaways on Instagram, but we gave away $100 to Rogue. We gave away a new rope. We gave away collars. So, we're continuing to give back both free and paid. Obviously some of the more expensive equipment, it's a bit of pay to play, but we also want to have those opportunities to give random people things that they didn't even expect. What's on the horizon, man? Like right now, we're in the middle of the CrossFit Open giveaway. And so when Dave Castro put out his essential gear for the Open, we looked at that and said, you know what? A lot of people may not have a CrossFit box. A lot of people may not have enough bumper plates. So what we wanted to do is make sure that we made that more accessible. In the future, I'm thinking a Warrior package from Rogue. I think that's the 320-pound bumper plates with a barbell. That's on the horizon. A Concept 2 is something that I really want to give away.
Well, they gotta come back in stock. That's the only problem. You can't get a rower anywhere right now, at least a Concept 2.
Yep, and that's our only hesitation right now. So before we give a giveaway, we want to make sure that that person's not, whoever wins isn't waiting too long. So honestly, the reason we haven't done a Concept 2 yet is it's not in stock. And some of the bumper plates are starting to come in. So that's why our newest one is a set of bumper plates. Really, at the height of this year, what we want to be able to do is give $10,000 to whether it's a CrossFit box owner or a home gym owner to deck out their gym. And so that's our big one this year that we're hoping to do. But we're going to do everything and everything in between to really just equip those in the CrossFit community, powerlifting community, whatever type of workout community that they may live in.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you hit something on the head, Phil, that you guys are concerned with giving back. Like that's a priority for you guys. I know you guys have given back in addition to just some free giveaways. You've given proceeds to different organizations and charities, and I'll let you talk about that in a minute. But yeah. I think that's huge. I think the big thing is, because I think at Fittest to the Coast, we subscribe to that mindset too, is we want to give more than we receive. I believe wholeheartedly that the more you give, the more you receive. And I also believe that, if you exist to serve others, you're going to be successful. That might not be monetarily, whether or not you impact someone else in a different way, that's worth it. So tell me a little bit about some of the organizations that you've given back to.
So Tessa, you want to take some of the organizations and then I'll talk about kind of the methodology?
Sure. So last year when we were only in business for about 3 months, we gave over $500 in total to about 4 different charities. 2 of them were like kind of local to Charleston, Low Country area. That was Low Country Orphan Relief was our December,
yep.
Kind of as a Christmas holiday idea. We also did, it's called the ARC. They do Alzheimer's like family support services.
Yeah.
So super helpful for any like people that are dealing with that. And then also with Betwad on, he's a other nonprofit business that helps veterans.
Yeah. Yeah. And, one of the things I've got to give it to Sebastian with Betwad. One of the things that he does is his whole organization's looking at veterans and some of those wounds that you can't see, those mental wounds that they're dealing with and trying to minimize that. And he's doing great work. So, we felt it very appropriate for the month of November, Veterans Day and the Marine Corps birthdays there, to give back to an organization that supports the troops. Our methodology is, if you're willing to donate your stickers, which literally just a sticker, we will give $2 to a charity of the choice of the group that month. So every single month we're going to poll the group. We'll have 5 or 6 different charities that they can pick from, and then whatever the group decides, we'll donate to. And so what we're able to do is, about 75% of our proceeds goes to a charity. And then the last little bit goes into marketing and, some of the other aspects of running a business. But really, at the end of the day, kind of what you said earlier, it's not about the profit, but it's about the we're making in the community.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think you guys are, like, just from my vantage point, what I'm seeing is I love what you guys do on social media, highlighting your different members. I think it's awesome. And let me ask you this. So where did this idea stem from?
Yeah, so I spent about 10 years as a skydiver. I was a skydiver instructor, and yeah.
Hold on. I gotta ask you, how many times have you jumped out of an airplane?
About 4,000 times.
What?
Yeah.
Here's my other question. Have you ever had a close call?
So, I mean, that's kind of relative. I've had times that my main parachute hasn't opened correctly, and I had to go to my reserve. I think I've done that about 7 or 8 times. But luckily, USPA, which is the governing body of skydiving, they are very focused on emergency procedures. And so before you're even allowed to jump, you're trained inside and out, and then you've got to do refreshers consistently through. So, it was muscle memory. So I've had some close calls, but muscle memory and great training kind of took over, and, no issues.
Yeah, you don't even seem phased talking about it. Okay, so anyway, so you were a skydiver. Continue.
Yeah, and so in the skydiving community, there was a similar thing that was going on. Really, most skydivers need help financially, and so another gentleman was looking to make the entry into skydiving less. It's an expensive sport. It's an expensive hobby, just like CrossFit and nutrition and everything that goes into wellness. And so I took what he was doing, I modified it to fit the fitness community, and now I'm trying to scale it. So it was a little smaller organization, but I love the idea. I took it to the next level and added donations. I think the CrossFit community, and Tessa works at Orange Theory. The wellness community is big on giving back, and so I wanted to continue that trend and provide to charities. But yeah, man, it stemmed from my skydiving days, and somebody had a great idea. I looked at it and said, we can do this better and different, and that's where we're at now.
I love that. I think that's where, I don't think there's any original idea out there. I think it's, for everything, it's seeing what somebody else does and adapting it for yourself and putting your own spin and take on it. So I love that from you guys. Tessa, I have to ask, so you work at Orange Theory?
Yes.
So I just had my first workout there last Friday. It kicked my butt. I loved it. I was dripping in sweat. I burned over 1,000 calories, and I thought the little monitor was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
How long have you been with Orange Theory for?
Just over a year. I started there pretty soon after we moved here to Charleston. I love it. I work at the West Ashley studio, and just our group of people, the staff and our members it's just incredible. And it's kind of being new to the area. It's helped me kind of find like a little family. But yeah, it's a great workout. Nothing against CrossFit, but I am partial to a little bit more cardio.
You know what? I love CrossFit, but I'm not one of those people that's going to push it on everybody, because I think everybody there's something for everybody. And I love Orange Theory. My wife and I, we go on a date night almost every Friday, and what we typically do for our dates is we go to other gyms or studios. So we'll go to yoga or just try to go to some different other places. And we did Orange Theory. But let me ask you guys about you guys. So y'all moved here from Houston. Y'all are fairly newlywed. Tell me a little bit about how y'all met and how y'all made it to Charleston.
Yeah. So, I mean, couple years ago, both of us were looking for something a little bit more, and the traditional dating scene wasn't really fulfilling what we wanted. So we took it online, and we met through online. First date was extremely different, and something I've never experienced. Where we had the worst pizza ever that was made by us. And so we went to Whole Foods and we found like a coconut flour, coconut, everything crust, and layered it with the toppings. And it was horrific.
Terrible.
Absolutely terrible. And for some reason, she stuck around. And so after a couple years, we had the opportunity with my last job to live anywhere in the Southeast. And I was born and raised here. So when they gave me that regional position, I jumped on being able to move to Charleston. And I looked at her one day and I was like, "What do you think about Charleston?" And she goes, "Let's do it." And it was that simple. And at that moment, I knew she was the one.
Oh,
Yeah,
so when did y'all get married?
October 24th. So yeah, we're pretty newlywed, going on 3 months.
Tessa, I have to ask, how did Phil propose?
So we were at a Luke Combs concert.
Yeah.
And he asked me then. Well, he didn't really ask me. He pretty much put the ring on my finger. But I moved halfway across the country with him, so I think he knew my answer.
That's awesome, guys. I know my wife basically told me I was marrying her. It's worked out well.
Yeah.
So guys, tell me what you had told me a little bit about your goals for Win Awesome Gear. But what's your vision? Where do you want it to go from here?
So in the near future, we have a website coming out in March timeframe is kind of the release date. From there, we'll be able to scale it so that we could have multiple giveaways going on at once and give people the pick of the litter. So if you want to have a $5 buy-in for something small, or you want to have a $20 buy-in to win that $1,000 or $10,000 gem, you'll have multiple to go on at a time. We feel that for the time being, fitness is the realm that we want to stay in. But as I look across kind of the spectrum of where we can go with this, the sky's the limit. Whether it's women's beauty accessories or purses, or I've got a friend in Houston that's a drummer. He was like, how many musicians would love this? Whether it's a drum set or a guitar. So I would say our 10-year plan is seeing where we can go in the different niches, but at least for the next 5 years, we really want to become the biggest provider of fitness gear in the sense of giveaways. We'll never compete with Rogue or Rep or GetRx, phenomenal companies. But our niche is a little different. We want to be able to, it goes back to that root of make it accessible. I look at the price tags at Rogue all the time, and as much as I love their equipment, it's a bit out of reach. And so we want to, as quickly as possible, be able to give as many people as possible access to fitness.
Yeah, I love that. I love that, guys. You know what, guys? It's been a pleasure chatting with you tonight, and I'm excited for y'all to be at Fittest on the Coast. Are you going to be giving away something there, or can you talk about it? Or
yeah, man. So we're still thinking through what it's going to be, but we'll be there for both days, and our idea is to be able to give something away at the end of each day. Along with that, people like to eat. CrossFitters love. So we plan to, while we're there in our little area, to maybe grill out to entice people to come and talk to us, and feed the athletes as well to a certain extent.
I love that.
Yeah, man.
So go over by the WAG table to get some some burgers, or I heard he's doing filet mignon, right? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, that may be a bridge too far, man. But depending on how fast this one sells out, I could be talked into it.
So for those watching, you need to go sign up for the latest giveaway so we can all get filet mignon.
Yeah.
Tessa, tell everybody who's watching or who has watched how they can connect with you, how they can be part of your community.
Yeah, so there's two ways. Instagram is at Win Awesome Gear, and then if you search for the Facebook group Win Awesome Gear, you'll find us. Our paid giveaways or in our private group on Facebook, and the reason is because people don't want to necessarily broadcast their financial stuff, and so we thought a private group would be a little bit more secure. In the near future, again, coming to March, our domain is going to be winfitnessgear.com. And so that is to come, and we'll be announcing on both Instagram and Facebook when that happens.
Awesome. Well, guys, I can't wait. I'm excited to see your journey. It's cool to see how it's taken off, in my opinion, in such a short time. And I can literally see where this thing can go. And I think your vision's spot on, Phil and Tessa. I just want to thank you again for partnering with Fittest of the Coast. We can't wait to see you next time we're in Charleston, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you.
Yeah.